What's up, guys? I'm Don Smith, and this is What's Cooking Neighbor. And on the menu today is Mexican chicken corn chowder. Yes, that's a lot of words, and here's our ingredients. But first, we have our stove already waiting for us, so we don't have to wait for it. And in case I almost missed it, I'm about to take your taste buds on a culinary journey. I can never leave that out. Best catchphrase ever. Anyway, here we go. We have chicken, we have tomatoes, we have onions, we have garlic, we have whipping cream, cilantro, Monterey Jack cheese. We have some green chilies and some cream style corn, some cumin, chicken broth, and we are going to make our very own tortilla strips to go on top of this. So let's get ready. Let's make some room. Let's start doing our mise en place. And mise en place is simply this big word they teach you in culinary art school that means everything in its place. Or quite simply, you just prep everything. So here we go. Our onion. We're going to give a nice little dice on our onion. We have a half of a small red onion from a previous cook. So we're just going to use that. If you want dices, you know how we do it. Simply slice down, slice in, like so, and boom, there you are with some beautiful small dices. Give that a rough chop to make sure everybody's playing by the same rules. Keeping our finger out of the way. Now we're just going to set that to the side. If I can do this without making a huge mess. Now set our onions to the side right there. Now we're going to go in with our garlic. About 3 nice cloves should do it. And the easiest way to get the paper off is just smash. Get some aggression out. If you're upset that day, just come in and smash some garlic. And you can see the paper comes off fairly easy, and it's already half bashed up, so it's very easy to dice now because your job is halfway done. And just go through that, give it roughly chops. And now we're going to set our garlic off so it can just hang out and wait for what's coming up next. Boom, onions, garlic, everything's done. Now tomatoes. Simply, we are going to attempt to dice some tomatoes. I can tell you right now, I'm not the best person when it comes to dicing tomatoes. I'm pretty sure they try to teach me that in culinary art school, but I did not go to class that day. So this is the best way I know. And if you go to this big fancy French restaurant, they're going to tell you to de-seed this and take the peels off of it. Or no, the seeds are a part of it. It's a part of the flavor. It's a part of the life of this tomato. Why are you getting rid of it? It's going to add flavor. It's going to add a lot of juiciness. But one thing I will tell you to do is take the paper off before you start cutting it, because that might kill somebody. We live, we learn. It's what happens in the kitchen. You make mistakes, you carry on like a soldier. Now, just roughly dice these tomatoes. It doesn't have to be perfect. And Once we got one done, and look at all the juices and the flavors that's still on that cutting board. Why would you get rid of that? No stickers on this one, so we're good. Rough chop on the tomatoes. I heard one chef say that the seeds in the tomatoes is like its heart. Why would you get rid of the heart of a tomato? And I tend to agree. And our tomato, rough chopped. This is a chowder after all. So, now, tomatoes, garlic, onions, done. We're gonna save our cilantro for later. And now what we're gonna do is gonna give that a quick wipe off. Because I'm extremely messy and I know this. So now what we're gonna do is work with our chicken. We have some chicken tenders here. And what we're gonna do is just, and I went with tenders because they're easy to dice up. And I've seen in Kroger's you can already get these diced, but why pay money for somebody to do something that you can do, and it's a lot cheaper just to get those and to do this yourself. Now just give this a quick dice. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be uniformed. And you paid $3 less just to do this than you would if you would have bought those already diced chickens. Now our chicken is good. We're gonna wash my hands for all those meat people out there. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna wash my hands. We're gonna season up our chicken, get it into the pot. This is the one pot dish, and we'll be right back with Mexican chicken corn chowder. We'll be right back.
Busy days, busy night. When is your time? Campbellsville University has the online degree for you. Your time is now. DiscoverCUOnline.com.
A champion doesn't get days off. It takes determination and drive to realize goals. From long nights to early mornings. From the courts to the classrooms to online. At Campbellsville University, this is why we play. This is how we learn. This is where champions are made. Find your calling for a life change at campbellsville.edu.
What's up, guys? This is What's Cooking Neighbor. I'm Don Smith, your host, and if you're just now joining us, we are cooking Mexican chicken corn chowder. We already diced up our veggies going into this. We just diced up our chicken. Our pot is getting nice and hot over there. We're gonna season up our chicken with some salt and pepper. La-dee-dee, la-dee-da. Little salt, little pepper, Mediterranean sea salt. Boom, and that's good. Now what we're gonna do, this is a one pot meal, guys, everything in one pot. You're not messing up a lot. Olive oil, and let that get nice and hot. Once that gets nice and hot, our chicken's gonna go in. We're gonna brown our chicken up, and then we're gonna start just throwing everything into the pool and see who can swim and who can't swim, because at the end of the day, we're eating it all anyway, and it doesn't matter if you can swim because we're still gonna eat you. And that's going, it's getting nice and hot. Test it out. Yes. Yes, that's the sound. Chicken in. We're gonna put our cutting board back here in the sink because we're gonna wash it before we use it again. We just want to get a nice brown some caramelization on our chicken. It's going to be some good eating tonight. My wife doesn't know what a corn chowder is or what a chowder is at all. And to be a chef, I couldn't explain that, so I felt kind of sad because I had to Google it. I should know that, but I didn't. Our chicken is starting to brown up real nicely. Now while that's browning up, we are going to start to open up some cans. Old school style. You think they would have an electric can opener here with the budget they have, but no. One can. Can number 2. Now, these are our green chilies. Get that open. Boom. That's good. Cilantro is going to go a little later on. Bring on broth over here. Cumin's waiting by the wayside. Let's get back in on our chicken. Now this is getting some great caramelization on it right now, browning up nicely. Now we're going to go over here. We're going to salt our red onions because we want them to sweat and not caramelize. So that goes in. And once that gets translucent, that's going to be ready to go. Cut that heat down just a little bit. Bring our tomatoes over. And as you can see, our onion is starting to get nice and translucent, and the smells and the aromas are starting to perfume throughout the building. Now our tomatoes in. And just give those a minute or two. And the juices of the tomato is going to slow down the cooking. And it's also going to get all those nice little brown bits off the bottom of your pot called fond. Do not get rid of those because that is flavor that makes your dish great. Leave it in there. Get some kind of liquid. And then we'll get all that fond and nice goody bits in the bottom that most people think is burnt. It is not burnt. Boom, there we go. Slowing down a little bit. Now we can come in with our garlic because we just want our garlic to sweat out the rawness and not burn. And garlic burns very, very fast and is very disgusting when it's burnt. But this way, it's not going to burn. It's just going to add its flavor. It's just going to do its thing. And you can already smell the aroma of the onions and the garlic. Now we're just going to let that come back up to temp real quick. And then we're going to add the rest of our ingredients, the cream style corn, the green chilies, and at the end we're going to hit it with some heavy whipping cream and some chicken broth. You can use chicken stock if you have it. If you have fresh chicken broth, the chicken stock is excellent. It asks for a chicken bouillon cube, but I've figured, in hot water and a chicken bouillon cube gives you the exact same thing, but this is much flavorful and much healthier for you than those things are. So, all right, here we go, guys. Going in with our cream corn now. And our green chilies. Stir all that up. And as you can see, we're having a party right now. Let everybody get to know each other. Let everybody just hang out. Everybody become friends. And we're gonna let that come back up to temp. And once that comes back up to temp, we're gonna go in with our heavy cream and our chicken broth. We're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, building flavors, this Mexican chicken corn chowder. It's gonna be done. And we're gonna partake in something we like to call eating. It's gonna be great. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Campbellsville University Cosmetology teaches beauty inside and out. The cosmetology students at CU receive salon experience while learning in a contemporary environment from faculty who have worked in the industry. With areas of study ranging from hairstyling to salon management, Campbellsville University Cosmetology can help you turn your passion into a profession. Kickstart your cosmetology career today. Visit campbellsville.edu/cosmetology.
Busy days, busy night. When is your time? Campbellsville University has the online degree for you. Your time is now. Discover cuonline.com.
Welcome back, guys. This is What's Cooking Neighbor. I'm your host, Don Smith, and we are cooking Mexican chicken corn chowder. We have all this going on right now in here. We have cream corn, we have onions, we have chicken, garlic, tomatoes. We're gonna cut it down. And now, we're gonna add some chicken broth to this. About 2 cups. And some heavy whipping cream. You can use regular whipping cream. You can use half and half. You can even use milk if you prefer. But I'm going to go with heavy whipping cream into this. And look at that. Now this is just about done. What we're going to do now, we're just going to let that hang out. We're going to let that come back up to temp. And then we're going to do something great. We are going to make our own tortilla strips. Very easy to do. Get some tortillas. If you like flour, use flour. I have corn here. And just cut them into strips. And then we're just going to fry them up. Very simple, very easy. And whoever's eating your food is going to think you're a great cook, like you did something special, and actually it's just something very simple, easy to do. Look at that. Beautiful. Make sure they all right in the middle of our show, somebody's car alarm is going off. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna get this skillet screaming hot. Is Mr. Somebody cutting his car alarm off. Thanks for that, ruining my show. We're gonna come back over here. Just joking, guys. A lot of things happen in that fourth wall we can't talk about. Now, in here, extra virgin olive oil. Get that screaming hot once that gets going. Da, 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 da. Our corn chowder is starting to come back up to temp, and all those flavors and all those ingredients are starting to get to know each other. They're releasing all their deliciousness. And they're just going, I think this is ready to go. I hear some popping. So let's test it out. Yes, beautiful. Just quickly fry these up. And you made your own tortilla strips. So going to the store and spending $4 on them, you can spend $1 something on some tortillas and do it yourself. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right. And it doesn't take long for these things to fry up. Let's bring you closer because I tend to make messes. And go in with the second batch. And while those are still hot, cumin. Let's flavor it up with cumin. We're going to put a little cumin in our chowder. Stir that in. And this is almost time to start bowling it up, guys. See what this tastes like. All right. Yeah. Now just our last batch. And once that's done, guys, we got to cut up our cilantro, and then it's time for tasting. Quick, see how quick and easy that was? Cut that off, set you to the side. A little more cumin on that. All right, now cilantro. Some people love cilantro, some people hate it. I love it. Just rough chop it. You can omit this if you like, if you're not a cilantro fan, but I am. Now, let's get a bowl and let's start bowling this up. Our chowder is nice and thick. If you like a little less liquidy this, you can like let it go for a little while longer and it will thicken up more than what it is right now, but I find this is the perfect. Now what we got here is our chowder there. Now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna hit this with a little, if I can open it, Monterey Jack cheese on top, like so. And then we're gonna come and hit it with some of those freshly made tortillas and sprinkle it. Look at that, beautiful, like green coriander snow. And look at that, that's beautiful. I don't know if you guys can get this or not, but this is Unbelievable. Now you know what time it is, guys. We got to test it. We got to taste it. The flavors in that, you can taste the corn with those tortillas and the cilantro, the onions, the garlic, everything. This is just a nice, cozy dish. You and your girlfriend, your wife, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, sitting on the couch, watching Netflix, cozying up to some Mexican chicken corn chowder. What's better than that? Nothing. All right, guys, that's all the time we have today. Thank you for joining us right here on What's Cooking Neighbor. I'm Don Smith. Join us again where we're going to be cooking something delicious as always. See you next time. Thanks.